A few days ago, I asked you in community poll one simple question. What's your biggest challenge in Germany right now? I expected people to say German language, visa or permanent residence. But the most common answer was finding a stable job. And honestly, I wasn't surprised because Germany now has more than 3 million unemployed people. Yet there are still over 1 million job openings. And then, why are so many qualified people struggling even to get an interview? What's really happening? Let's break it down. By the way, if you are new here, I am Shailendra. I have been living and working in Germany for over 14 years, and I share practical tips to help expats live, work, and settle in Germany. And for this video, I looked at the latest data from Federal Employment Agency and the IAB. And one thing became very clear. Germany doesn't have one job market, it has several different job markets. The market has changed. Let's start with reality. In July 2026, Germany had around 3.007 million unemployed people. That's more than last year. But the bigger problem is this: companies have become much more careful. Now hiring decisions takes longer, budgets are getting tighter, whereas some vacancies stay online for months, others are frozen before anyone gets hired. So, if you have been applying for months without getting interviews, it doesn't automatically mean your CV is bad. The market itself has become tougher. But according to IAB, Germany still has more than 1 million jobs. This is where many people get confused. Yes, Germany still has around 1.15 million job openings, but the number doesn't tell the whole story. A nursing job in rural Bavaria doesn't help a marketing professional in Berlin. Likewise, an electrician's vacancy doesn't help a junior data scientist, or an SAP consultant isn't competing with a front end developer. The real question isn't how many jobs are available. The real question is how many jobs match your profile. Companies can now be more selective. Today's employers have more choice. For every 100 reported vacancies, there are around 264 registered unemployed people. That means competition has increased. So, companies can ask for more experience, better German, closer technical skills, or industry experience. A few years ago, being a good candidate was often enough. Today, you need to be the right candidate. So, why Germany is still talking about skilled worker shortages? Because shortages don't exist everywhere. Germany still needs people in areas like healthcare, nursing, construction, skilled trades, education, professional drivers, and several technical professions. But that doesn't mean every graduate or every office job is in high demand. Germany needs very specific skills in very specific places. Germany doesn't have one job market. This is probably the most important point in this video. Two people can move to Germany with similar degrees and have completely different experiences. One finds a job in 3 months, the other is still searching after a year. Why? Different profession, different city, different experience, different German level, different market. So instead of asking, does Germany have jobs? Ask yourself, does Germany need someone with my skills, in my field, in my location? That's a much more useful question. Now, what about IT? For years, we heard Germany desperately needs IT professionals. That is still partly true. But the market has changed. A senior cloud architect is not competing with a junior software developer. A cybersecurity specialist isn't competing with someone looking for their first front end role. Just saying, I work in IT is no longer enough. Companies now want specific skills, not just job titles. Engineering is also changing. This is something I know personally after working in Germany's automotive industry over 14 years. Manufacturing lost around 180,000 jobs during 2025. Automotive, mechanical engineering, metal manufacturing all saw significant reductions. Engineering still has a future, but demand is shifting. If your experience is linked to growing technologies, your opportunities look different from someone working in shrinking product areas. And then, how important is German? I get this question almost every day. Can I find a job with English? The answer is sometimes, but I think that's the wrong question. The better question is, how many jobs am I missing because I don't speak German? The latest research shows that more than half of employers expect at least B2 level German. That doesn't mean German guarantees a job, but it gives you access to a much bigger job market. What if I were looking for a job today? I wouldn't start by sending 200 applications. I would first study the market, analyze around 30 or 40 job advertisements, and ask myself which skills appear again and again, which industries are hiring, how much German do they expect, which locations have the most opportunities. Only then I would compare those requirements with my own profile. And I think that's much smarter than applying blindly. And one mistake I see all the time: many people use the same CV for 5 different careers: project management, product management, operations, business development, consulting. Recruiters notice that immediately. Your CV should answer one question within a few seconds: what role is this person applying for? Clarity builds confidence, confusion leads to rejection. After looking at all these numbers, I don't think it's correct to say Germany has no jobs, but I also wouldn't tell someone Germany is desperate for workers, just come. The truth is somewhere in between. Germany needs people, but not every skill, not every profession, not every city. That's why your job search strategy matters more than ever. Instead of asking how many jobs should I apply for, ask what is stopping me from getting interviews. Sometimes fixing one problem is far more powerful than sending another 100 applications. If you are currently looking for a job in Germany, let me know in the comments what profession are you in and how long you have been searching. I will use your answers to decide which industries we analyze next. And if you are serious about building your career in Germany, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.